One of the key reasons for the sell-off in the precious metal on 30th January was the US President's nomination of Kevin Warsh as the next Fed chairman. Then we saw headlines such as silver dropped 26% in under 20 hours. Gold saw its worst day since the 1980s, driven by Warsh hawkish image. How might Warsh hawkish stance impact the precious metals and their outlook in the coming months? Are precious metals still bullish? And if the 30th Gen sell-off is a retracement for more upside, or are they turning bearish? Now what we're seeing here is a retracement for more selling ahead. My name is Con Hao. My work in this channel is to study behavior science and finance, discover correlation between different markets, and uncover potential opportunities. This analysis is based on technical studies and does not constitute financial advice. Please consult your licensed broker before investing. What does hawkishness mean in this context? There are 4 key points. It means that Warsh is, number 1, concerned about inflation. Number 2, support higher interest rates. Number 3, he prefers a tighter monetary policy or reduced QE or maybe no QE at all in the next crisis. To the extent of number 4, willing to slow the economy a bit to keep prices under control. So what does this have to do with the precious metals? It is all about the US dollars. It is because of Kevin Warsh reversed the existing policy with a higher interest rate because of the staking inflation still above 2%. With a higher interest rates from the current level, US dollars may appear more attractive for the investors to start buying the US dollars again. As illustrated here with a higher US dollars, we should see a softer precious metals. As discussed before, they move in the opposite direction. And my tutorial on the 28th of January, that's where we discussed that, and I suspect that the silver is looking really toppish without the high side of what's coming on 30th January. So then my title was, Is Silver in Trouble? And this is the video tutorial where we discuss a reverse behavior at the close of 26th of January. And let's recap what happened next leading to the 30th Jan. So this was what we have discussed, and let's look at it. 26th Jan, it is here. Then we saw that the market continued to move up with a false break, and this was the on the 30th Jan, we saw the market melt down, and from the top to all the way to the bottom, it was a decrease by 40%. And let's go back to the monthly chart again, and let's appreciate this movement. And we're going to discuss what will happen to silver, and that's of course based on my opinion. So moving forward, I believe this is what I believe that is going to happen, with a potential hawkish stand from the Fed in May onwards, the new Fed chairman, of course. And if the dollar strengthens, precious metals should head downwards like this. However, the strength of the US dollars lies beyond just calibrating with the interest rates. So therefore, I believe silver should be entering into a much wider trading range for a period before it starts picking up again. And why picking up again, I will explain later. So how to manage this range? So what we're seeing here, this is a monthly chart. Let's narrow down to the 60 minutes chart. And as we move down, of course, this is the infamous with the announcement on the 30th Jan. And where was 30th Jan? It start from here. We saw the market literally melt down from the peak to the trough. It was down 40%. So what we saw here was I saw that there was this again as it moved down, we saw another inverted pattern here. And let me just draw a straight line across. And I believe that market is a bit oversold and there's some false break subsequently, and now it's pulling back up. And there's a lot of opportunity moving forward. In fact, I suspect that in time to come, it may correct again, but I'm not too sure it's going to break this low. If it does, I'm quite prepared for it. And let's move back to the monthly chart. And moving forward, this is what I suspect. Let's go back to the monthly chart, where I believe that the market is going to trade in a very wide range. There's a lot of uncertainty on whether Warsh policy may work, but for the time being, I think he may want to strengthen the dollar. The precious metal may hit downwards, but I hope that he's successful. If not, then precious metal is going to have a lot of uncertainty, or US dollar is going to have a lot of uncertainty. Therefore, I suspect there will be a wide range in months, or I'm not too sure if it's going to be years, but definitely going to keep track of this very closely. The greater problem is that the US dollars still has unresolved issues to address. These include its trade deficit, declining demand for its bonds, and its weakening global standing as the US shift away from the very order it once created. I suspect preserving the dollar strength, it will be a very uphill task. If it fails, we may see a re-emergence of the precious metals. Feel free to leave any comments below. I'd love to exchange ideas with you on what is about to come. Really happy that you stay through this tutorial. You have many great trading weeks ahead.